When a woman is pregnant, typically she and her doctor are focused on the health of the baby.
But that focus may shift as researchers at EVMS uncover valuable health clues in an organ that usually just ends up in the trash. Lex Gray joins us now. And Lex, you're explaining how doctors are discovering the power of the placenta.
Yes, we usually just think of the placenta as the afterbirth. In fact, that's historically what it's been called. But doctors at EVMS are on the tail end of a 5-year study that may help diagnose very serious pregnancy complications much earlier. And it's all because of the placenta.
The placenta is an incredible organ for the well-being of the mother and the baby, and frankly, for the well-being of the population.
When Dr. Alfred Abu Hamid started his medical career, he focused on complicated pregnancies. Now, he's the chair of EVMS's OBGYN department, but he hasn't lost that focus.
Such complications such as hypertension, postpartum hemorrhage, placental abnormalities, all these complications could be detected potentially with what we are doing.
Right now, those kinds of problems can only be diagnosed as they happen later in pregnancy.
If we can identify markers in the first trimester, then potentially we can intervene and develop some treatment that will impact the pregnancy later on.
Abu Hamid and his team believe those markers may lie within the placenta. They're now starting their 5th year of a study where they perform more frequent and sophisticated ultrasounds on hundreds of pregnant women in Hampton Roads. What they find could save lives.
Part of the reason why women die in pregnancy is because they develop complications that are really serious and threaten their life and the life of their unborn child. And then if we identify high-risk pregnancies early on, then we can inform of the risk and inform women to seek high-risk pregnancy care.
Dr. Abu Hamid had much more to say about the powers of the placenta, including how it adapts to what the mother is exposed to and how it may even be an indicator of health issues much later on in life. You can find more from his interview with me on wavy.com.